Hey guys, welcome back to Halftime. Today we're speaking to 4 of the national team members that won back-to-back Olympic bronze medals in 2012 and 2016. I'm chatting with Karina LeBlanc, Christine Sinclair, Melissa Tancredi, and Rianne Wilkinson. Now, Karina, you are head of CONCACAF women's soccer. What are some objectives or key things that you want to implement for women's soccer in these next few years?
I got into this position because I think something that you're seeing more so of women is that we played on the 2012 team where we represented our country for so many years together, but it was instilled in us. Like, we felt that we had the obligation to continue to give back to the game. You know, Ree's in coaching now, Tank's doctor of chiropractor, Sink, she's going to go on and take on the world when she decides to step away. And I think for me now at CONCACAF, it's like connected my purpose and my passion, right? So my passion was with this country and helping and grow it. And now I get to do it across 41 countries. So it's just telling the stories of the power of the game, what it's done for us. I think we're just trying to, in some of our countries, where young girls shouldn't even be playing a sport, you know? So you have the reality of a country in Canada where we're seen as heroes to so many, but then some countries, they don't even think young girls should be playing sports. So it ranges. But I think one of the things is just to keep telling these amazing stories of the next Christine Sinclairs, the next Melissa Tancredis, the next Rianne Wilkinsons, and take this women's game to a different level. It's creating pathways for players once they're done playing. How can I still stay in the sport? How can I give back to the sport? And how can I continue to make it better?
And Rianne, to build off of that, I mean, you're taking on a coaching position. What message do you usually give your players? How do you inspire them to keep building the sport forward?
I really believe that's what makes Canada unique. We don't have a league right now. We have players playing all over the world, winning Champions Leagues today. Kadisha Buchanan, we have Alphonso Davies on the men's side. Part of what we do is maximize the time we have together as much as possible. And that is about growing the game, having a bigger purpose than just the game itself. I was just doing a presentation, but I think only 3 of the players have not continued in sport in some way, which is incredible. It meant something for us. And I think even though there's more publicity in the game, obviously more success in the game, more sponsorship in the game, for Canadians, it comes back to that grassroots part, the connection with the fans, the connection to the people here, and keeping that. I think it's essential for our success and to who we are as people and as players and as athletes.
What has been the biggest difference between the World Cup experience and the Olympic experience?
I literally think that we think the World Cup is maybe like a trial period, and then we like fine tune it for the Olympics. Like, I don't even know, that's not how it's supposed to happen. But I feel like we just end up showing up in the Olympics. I think it's just odd timing. Every single World Cup to Olympics have been massive transition periods for this team. And maybe it's just one coach or figuring out what we need to kind of nail down and doing it in 9 to 10 months. But I think Rio was, a time where we actually used our weapons properly, and we used our massive tactics that we've been working on for years and years and years, and we actually had them down with the right players in the right positions.
All right. I think no one else wants to answer that question.
Well, I'll just say, I mean, on a lighter note, like, the Olympics is pretty cool because you're surrounded by other athletes who are at the peak performance, right? And you get to meet some of these people who, you know, whether it was LeBron James or, Kobe Bryant, like, take away the football. That's what's super cool about the Olympics as well.
Did you guys ever fangirl over someone? Like, obviously Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, but were you starstruck at any moment during the Olympics?
I'll have a conversation with anybody, right? So that's the truth. I sat down and had lunch with Serena Williams and his sister. I think you guys thought that was all crazy, but I'm like, hey, I see you guys every day. I'm just going to sit down.
Karina, we should tell the story about Shawn Johnson, the gymnast. It was London, and she was having a stellar moment. I think she just won gold. And Karina and I had just finished dinner. We're like, that's Shawn Johnson. Let's go. Ask for her autograph. So we went up, we walked next to her, and Karina was like, hey, huge fans here. Can we get an autograph? And she was like, no, I'm kind of in a hurry. And then we continued to walk next to each other for the next 10 minutes. Do you remember that? We were like so awkward, so we just kept her. We were like trying to walk faster. We're like, this is so awkward. Just got denied hard.
It's tied into the best advice we were given before we went to our first Olympics in Beijing. I believe someone said, "Don't become tourists." And until you've experienced an Olympics, you don't understand what that means, but you get there, and I think Messi was in the building next to ours. We had incredible experiences. That was pretty special, but we actually had to learn from that it's a tournament, and it's really easy to get caught up in the festival that is the Olympics. And I think after that, 2012 and 2016, we were able to help our young ones through it. We didn't get that right in 2008.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to go to tln.ca/soccer to sign up for the Goal Club newsletter. This is going to get you exclusive Serie content and weekly schedule updates. Enjoy the rest of the match.